Hello there. As promised yesterday, just a quick video to demonstrate some of the scales and arpeggios that you'll want to be really brushing up on for your grade 5. Hello, by the way. I've got the camera positioned as best I can so that you can sort of see the keys as I'm playing. So let's start with the arpeggios. What I'll do, I'm going to just demonstrate these in 5 different groups because I think the best way to memorize these is by their shape, where there's black keys, where there's white keys. By far the most populous group of the ones you need to know for grade 5 are the ones that go black, white, black. For example, the first one I've got on the list is A flat major. And in a way, I think they're the easiest as well, because only having one white key, it's got to go to your thumb. So A flat major, for example, let's just whiz through the chords. A flat major is one of them. A flat, C, E flat. Another one you have to do is D flat major. Exactly the same pattern, feels exactly the same under the fingers. D flat, F, A flat. Then 3 of the minor scales you need to do are black, white, black as well. They are, in no particular order, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, and F sharp minor. All black, white, black. Well, a useful thing to note, in a minor chord, like those 3 I just mentioned, the middle note is marginally closer to the bottom than it is the top. So if I play those first 2, the major ones, I don't know if you can see this, but the C in the middle, it's slight, if you were to measure it in millimeters, it's probably slightly closer to this top note than it is the bottom one. Similarly in D flat major, the white key is slightly further to the right. In the minor chords, in the minor arpeggios, it's the other way. The white key is slightly to the left. And that's just because of the distance. A major third is slightly bigger than a minor third. So, a quick demonstration. Let's demo this with A flat major. So we want to make sure that the second note, the white one, gets the thumb. Then I would go 4 and 2, then 2 and 4. 4 and 2, 2 and 4. Then the reverse. 4 and 2, both thumbs. 2 and 4, 4 and 2. Use exactly that pattern for all of them. Let's demonstrate C sharp. C sharp minor, I should say. It's exactly the same pattern. Thumb on the white keys, then sort of these fingers here. Looks like I'm swearing, I'm really not. For the pairs of black keys, 4s and 2s. That's the winning formula for the black, white, black ones. So that covers A flat major, D flat major. Also covers G sharp minor, C sharp minor, F sharp minor. The next most populous group is quite an easy one. It's white, black, white. These just use the normal fingering that you'd use for, say, a C major arpeggio. So the best combination here, I think, is 1 tooth in the right hand, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, pinky, and in the left hand, the complete opposite. Pinky, 3 2 1, 3 2 1. So that applies for F minor, white, black, white. E major and A major. All white, black, white. Then there's I think this one's quite a tricky one. Black, black, black. So for grade 5, you need to do both. And I say both because there are only 2 that follow black, black, black. They are E flat minor. So the notes for these ones are fairly easy to work out because it just uses the black key. But we've got E flat, G flat, B flat. And similarly F sharp major. It's relative major, which is F sharp, A sharp, C sharp. Now when there are no white keys, that rule about keeping the thumb off the black keys goes away. If it's only black keys, you treat it like it's only white keys. Sounds bonkers, right? So it's exactly the same fingering as the group I just described. It's the same fingering as the white, white, white ones, which there are none of at grade 5, and the white, black, white ones, namely 1 2 3, 1 2 3, pinky, or the opposite numbers in the left hand. Pinky, 3 2 1, 3 2 1. That's the best. Same with E flat minor. And then there are only 2 left, and each of them is unique in terms of how the black and the white keys are aligned. And an easy way to remember this is they've both got B in the title. Any chord that is B something or B flat something will be an odd shape. They just are. It's just to do with the fact that B comes at the end of the 3 black notes rather than the 2, but we won't get bogged down with that. So B major is white, black, black. It's the only major chord or minor chord that is in root position. For this one, I use the normal white, black, white fingering. In fact, any arpeggio that starts on a white key, I just use the normal C major fingering. So this is the same as the last 2 groups. That fits rather nicely under the fingers. Last one of the regular arpeggios, B flat minor. This is black, black, white, and again, it's the only one that is. So same principle as the first group we covered, because there's only one white key, you've got to save it for the thumb. So I start with fingers 3 and 2, which for obvious reasons I won't hold up to the camera, like that, because then the thumb can get to the one and only white key. Then repeat the pattern. That's the pattern there. Cool. Now there's one odd one out. There's the diminished arpeggio, the diminished broken chord, starting on B for bananas. You do not have to do this hands together, which makes life easier. But this is 3 white notes in a chord shape from B, and then an A flat on the top. It's an unusual one. This is 4 notes rather than the usual 3. So the fingering is fairly self-explanatory. Your best bet is to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, pinky. These chord patterns get used loads in classical music, which is why I think they wisely start introducing them as arpeggios at grade 5. The left hand, I do the complete opposite fingering. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's all there is to it. Quick demonstration of the scales then that we need to do for the grade. Let's go through the major ones first. So I want you to play these a lot. Pause the video and play them along afterwards. Let's start with A major, 3 sharps. Nice curved fingers. These 3 sharps. Next we're going to go to E major, 4 sharps. Father Christmas gave Dad, F, C, G, D. These are both normal fingering, by the way. You've got the fingering in that green ABRSM book that you have on top of your piano. The other 3 majors, all lovely and easy because they contain every single black note, which actually makes them easier to play, I think. B major, B for bananas. Again, we want to make sure that the white keys go to the thumb. You could start with both thumbs, actually. There's nothing wrong with that. I start with finger 4 in my left hand, just because then I go 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the thumb goes on every black note after that. But we can start with both thumbs on the B. For B major, think bacon and eggs. B and E are the only white keys. Bacon and eggs. Fits really nicely under the fingers. D flat major, D for dinosaurs. Exactly the same principle. You want to make sure that the thumbs get all the white keys. So I start on 2 and 3 in both hands, just to get these 2 black keys out the way. And then all the white keys are the thumbs. And it's F and C. Father Christmas are the white keys. Lots of dodgy note in there. This was one of the 2 that you also need to try and do in contrary motion, which is quite hard. It's the opposite one. But the key is, with this one, just remember what white keys you need. You need C's and you need F's. And one last major, it's F sharp major, which again uses every single black key. The only white keys in this are B, and I'm going to call it F, but it would actually be spelt as E sharp. I'm too much of a pedant to not point that out. It would actually be E sharp in the music. But for the purposes of remembering what notes to play in this scale, just think of it as being the 2 white keys that are closest to the 3 black ones. Those are your 2 white keys. Because we start on the 3 black keys, we've got to use these 3 fingers really to kind of make sure the thumb gets the first white key. That's one of the ones where the arpeggio is all black keys as well. On to the minor scales then. So you have to do all of the black key minors basically: C sharp, E flat, F sharp, G sharp, B flat, all minors. And we're doing harmonic minor. You don't need to do melodic minor for grade 5. I'm going to do these in a specific order because I want to point out a useful pattern. C sharp minor and G sharp minor both start with the same combination of white and black keys. In fact, they both feel the same under the fingers because they're both black, black, white, black, black, white, white. Notice as well they've both got this, I call it a toothy gap, like when you see a kid who's losing their milk teeth and there's sort of two teeth with a gap in the middle. And it's a bit of a weird way of looking at it, but it helps you remember these things. This gap of two white keys. G sharp minor is exactly the same pattern. Black, black, white, black, black, white, white, with that little toothy gap there. C sharp minor. Staying on C sharp minor for a moment, that's another one that you have to do in contrary motion, and I won't lie, that is tricky. I'll demonstrate that really slowly. Start on the same C sharp. Then we've got the C, it'd be called B sharp, but we can call it C for this. And the next black note in the right hand. Then we've got that toothy gap in the left. Then two black keys. Then E and A. Then the toothy gap in the right hand. And this is also two octaves. I'll just demo this very slowly. To the other minors that you need to know. So we've covered C sharp minor, G sharp minor. Both are black, black, white, black, black, toothy gap of two white keys. The next one I suppose logically to do is F sharp minor because it's very similar. It's black, black, white, white, black, and then the toothy gap. The gap with the two white keys with a white key unused between them. I was just exaggerating that pair of white keys with the gap in the middle, just to help you remember that. Next we'll do E flat minor. This one also has the toothy gap at the top. All bar one of them have. All of the hands together minors that's on the black keys have that toothy gap. So E flat minor is no exception. It's got loads of black keys. Black, white, black, 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 then the toothy gap. So then repeat. Black, white, black, 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 toothy gap. E flat minor. The last one is B flat minor. This is a weird one. And this next bit is the odd bit because you've got F and then the black key next to it, and then A and then the black key next to it. That's quite an awkward shape. F, G flat, A natural, B flat. That A is natural, of course, because we raised the seventh. It would normally be an A flat. Just two more to go. Checking on time because I've actually got a lesson with your granny in about 7 minutes. The last two, promise, apart from the contrary motion, which, as you demonstrated yesterday, you can do without a problem at all. You need to do two hand separate scales, but these you have to do staccato. They are F minor, again because that was a bit rubbish. Little kind of woodpecker bounces of the wrist, really light, really, really loose. You don't want to tense up at all for this, very kind of light and bouncy. But notice my fingertips stay really close to the key all the time. You don't want to sort of leap around or anything